I know what you're thinking. 3 weeks of videos, same shirt, Jess? I know, just can't be bothered to change. There are a few common misconceptions that visitors to London have, so I'm gonna squash those so you know better before you get here. Number 1, the food isn't very good here. London actually does food really, really well. I know that it's known for fish and chips and bangers and mash, which if you go to the right spots can be really freaking good. But London is actually very similar to many other cities around the world in that it does tons of different cuisines really, really well. For example, Indian food is super popular, whether it be just for a cheap takeout or for Michelin-starred restaurants. Sometimes they even say London does Indian food better than India, but I don't know, I haven't been to India, can't really say. Same thing goes for Thai food and a bunch of other cuisines. So when you come to visit, don't get stuck on only trying traditional English food. Try all different types of cuisines and you'll have lots of really good food. Number 2, it's a majorly built up city. If you're imagining London to be very similar to New York, where there's lots of really tall buildings and it's essentially a concrete jungle, that's not what you're gonna get here. London is actually one of the greenest cities in the world and you'll find tons of parks and green spaces to go and visit. So if you find yourself with a day that has okay weather, rent a board bike and ride through Hyde Park or just go have a picnic. Number 3, it's a good place for backpackers to visit. Okay. While I wouldn't discourage backpackers or super budget travelers from coming here, I would say that London is one of the worst places in the world for somebody on a budget to come travel to. Because the pound is so much stronger than a lot of currencies around the world, it means that everything is really expensive for visitors. It's really expensive not for visitors. For Londoners, it's just expensive for us. That being said, if you don't mind splurging out, there are tons of great hostels here. And if you get creative, you can experience London without completely draining your bank account. If you're looking for some good free things to do in London, Backpacking Bananas has a really good video of awesome, fun, and free things to do in London, so I'll leave that down in the description. Number 4, it's an extremely English place to visit. While you can definitely experience a bunch of traditional English things here in London, like afternoon tea, pubs, I mean, we've got the Queen, she's super English. This city is actually super multicultural. So much so that when you're sat on the tube, it's actually quite common for everybody around you to be speaking in different languages. So while you're here, enjoy the mix of the two, and if you're looking for some place to visit that is super Englishy, try Oxford or Cambridge. Number 5, it's always raining. In my 10 important things to know before visiting London video, I somewhat dramatically said that it rains all the time here in London, and I've had so much hate for saying that. People can't take a joke, I guess. However, I've lived in New York, Virginia, Italy, and Belgium. I would say that London is the rainiest place out of all of those. There's also less sunshine here than I'm used to, but I wouldn't say that it rains all the time. So I always recommend carrying an umbrella with you just in case, and always just check the forecast before you come here. Number 6, they drink warm beer here in London. I had never heard this before until I moved to London. They do not drink warm beer here, but from my research, it seems that most of the beers are served slightly chilled. However, it's room temperature because they're kept in cellars that are usually pretty cold. I don't know. I think the thing to remember is that while they might not be as cold as the beers we're used to back in the US, they are still slightly chilled. So don't go in ordering a warm beer because you'll just look like a weirdo. Number 7, they only drink tea in London. Don't worry, coffee lovers. Londoners are just as obsessed with coffee as we are in the rest of the world. In fact, they take their coffee pretty seriously here. However, we do love tea as well, so make sure you try both while you're here. I've got a free London 101 guide that you can download, which gives you lots of great info that you should know before you come visit London. So go ahead and click the card that's popping up here or the link down in the description to get that for free. Have you also seen my London tips and things to do YouTube playlist? I have a bunch of videos that will help you with your trip to London, so if you can, go ahead and click the little card popping up here. You can take a look at all of those. And of course, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my London videos. See you in the next one. Scroll through the comments of all my London videos and you'll see one very common theme there. I'm visiting London and blah blah blah.